Hey everybody, today on Henry's HowTos, with Easter just around the corner, I'm going to show you how to make Armenian Choreg bread. Let's get straight into it. So guys, the first thing you want to do is add in about half a cup of warm water into a bowl. Make sure the bowl is big enough for us to make the entire bread in. And to our water we'll add in about 2 teaspoons of white sugar, along with about 1 sachet of yeast. And all we need to do is just give that a quick stir. Try and get it dissolved. Just like so. And we just want to leave this for about 5-10 minutes until it starts to bubble. So guys, after about 5 to 10 minutes, you'll see that the yeast starts to bubble. That means the yeast has been activated, so we can continue at this stage. So what we're going to do is add in half a cup of white sugar, along with a pinch of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground mahleb spice. Now basically this is a spice that comes from the cherry species. Now most Middle Eastern stores will have this. If you can't use it, you can substitute for cardamom. Next we'll add half a cup of softened and melted butter, half a cup of vegetable oil, 1 cup of full cream milk, and finally we're going to crack in 3 whole eggs. Now if you have a mixer you can use that, but when I'm dealing with bread I just like to do it by hand, as I find it puts a bit more love into it. So all you want to do is just gently stir it around and just get that well combined. So once you have it well mixed like that, we can start adding in our flour. So we'll start with 1 cup at a time. And just gently stir that through. If you're using a mixer, you can just throw all the flour in straight away. But I like to gradually add it, so that we can create a nice smooth dough. Now we'll add another cup. Mix that through as well. One more cup. So far we've got 3 cups in total. This is our 4th cup. And as you can see, our dough is slowly starting to form. So this is why I like to add it gradually. We have a nice smooth paste. It's not all clumpy. And this is our 5th cup. And this is our 6th cup. Now at this stage I'm just going to use my hands to do this. So guys, you can see our dough is starting to come together perfectly. It is still a bit sticky, so we will add a bit more flour. But at this stage you just want to keep on kneading it as well at the same time. So I'm just going to add about another half a cup. And we just want to work that through. Now notice what I'm doing, I'm stirring it and pushing it at the same time. So these are little techniques that you learn. I've always been a fan of bread baking because there's just so much involved in it, and it really quite makes a difference. So you should always respect your local baker. There's a big difference between the local bakeries and the commercial ones. And guys, just add another half a cup and we should be done. Now you can use 2 hands if you like. I have big hands, so 1 is just fine. But you can just use 2, we'll make it easy, as you can see, just like that. Okay, so our dough's ready. So what we're going to do now is just put some flour on the bottom and on the sides of your bowl. Leave the dough in there, and all we want to do is just cover it with some wrap. Make sure to get it nice and tight. We don't want any air coming in and destroying and drying out our dough. Just like so. Now we're just going to put this into a warm place. So guys, after this I've left for about an hour and a half, and as you can see it's already doubled in size. So the timing is really based on your temperature. Australia right now is a bit humid, so it does take a bit longer, but in some cases it should be ready in about 45 minutes. So take off the wrap, and all we want to do is just knock it down. So our dough is ready for use now. So we'll bring that aside for now. Take the dough out of your bowl, just place it onto a board. You may need to flour it if it is sticking. And what I'm going to do is firstly just half the dough, as I'm going to do 2 separate batches. And we just need 1/2 for now. So just roll it up, try and get into a log. And now we're going to cut this into 3 pieces. So you want about thirds, like that. Now each piece you want to knead into a bowl. Just like so. Now just place some flour on your board. We definitely don't want this to stick. And what we're going to do is each piece of our dough, we just need to try and roll it into a long piece. And try to evenly roll it. You don't want it too thick in some places and too thin in some. It's got to be nice and even. So just, easiest way is just work your way through the center. Pretty much want something like that. Now each of our dough balls, we want to have to roll them about the same length. If they're like 2 or 3 centimeters longer, that's fine. But if it's really long, that's not good. So once again, flour your board. Okay, so that's all 3 pieces done, as you can see. So what we're going to do now is bring across a large tray. So you just want a large tray like so. I've just put some baking paper on it, and I've just lightly spread it with some cooking oil. So this is the only hard part in the whole recipe. What we're going to do is bring across one of our strands, and we'll do this diagonally. I bring across another one, just place it on top like that. Then we'll bring the last one, just like that. So what we're going to do is braid it. So to do that, this piece will go over that. Then we'll go over this one, over like that, over like that, over like that. And in the end, just want to crimp it together and just push it in with your fingers like so. And just on this end, same principle. So all I'm doing is just rolling it underneath, but pushing at the same time so it sticks together. And that's our first piece done. So it's as simple as that. Now after you've done that, get a wet towel, and you just want to place it on top like so. And just leave this outside because we need this to proof. So we're going to leave it for, say, another hour. They'll let it rise again, and that's when we can start baking. So guys, what you want to do now is just preheat your oven to about 180 degrees Celsius. And just into a bowl, we're going to crack in 1 egg. Be careful not to drop any shells in there. Along with about 2 tablespoons of cold water. Now just using a fork, just give that a quick mix. just so it's well combined like that. So that's our egg wash, and we'll set that aside for now, and we'll bring across our bread that we made. So it's been 45 minutes now, so we'll just have a look and see if it's risen. And just look at that. So an easy way to check is just give it a tap. It should be nice and hollow. And another way is just poke it. It should leave a hole like that. So let's not ruin it anymore. Bring it across a pastry brush. And what we're going to do is very carefully and lightly coat our choreg like that. Now don't push too hard. We don't want to ruin it. Just very lightly go over it. What this is going to do is give us a nice beautiful glaze. So ensure you've given it a good covering like that. Now this part is optional. You can add some sesame seeds on top. What I've got here is a mix of sesame seeds with nigella seeds. So just sprinkle that on top. Just like so. So guys, the hard part's all done. Once your oven's preheated to 180 degrees, we're going to put this straight in. Now the cooking time will vary based on the size. Now if you're doing it like me, about 2 batches and a size like that, we're looking at about 25 to 30 minutes. If you're doing really small loaves, possibly about 20 minutes. So you just want to keep your eye on it. So straight in. So guys, it's been about 25 minutes now, so let's have a check and see what's happening. Just have a look at that, nice and golden brown. So we can take this out now. So how beautiful does that look? So guys, don't serve it yet. Give it a bit of time to just rest out here, just about 5 minutes. Before you cut into it now, it's going to be ridiculously hot. So once it's rested a bit, then we can cut it open. So guys, after about 5 to 10 minutes of leaving it outside to rest, you should be able to handle it yourself. Now I'll just show you what it looks like on the bottom as well. So as you can see, we've got that beautiful golden brown color. Now to serve this, there's 2 ways. Like traditionally it's just served on the table like this, and you can just pull it apart with your hands. But just to make it a bit easier and a bit more formal, I'd say, what you can do is just slice it like so. It's just an easier way to serve it. And it's not always the nicest to have random people pulling apart at the bread. So you just want to create about inch thick slices like so. Simple as that. And that's what it looks like inside. Nice and soft, and there's already a beautiful aroma coming. So simple as that, guys. I hope you like that. Please like and subscribe. If you've got any comments or suggestions, leave them at the bottom. I'll see you all next time, and to all my Armenian friends, happy Easter. I'm sure we're all celebrating the same way.